good human. Welcome to the wonderful world of Johnny St. J's podcast. I'm your spiritual host, Nyamudo Gari, and I'm delighted to have you guys here. Thank you so much for tuning. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in every week to listen to the weekly episodes that I post. And I'm so delighted to be here with you every single week. Let me tell you guys, your messages, your DMs really warm my heart. They really warm my heart because they make me feel like, damn girl, you're shiny. You know those feelings. Yes, whether it's for real, it's for real, it's for real. Thanks for your DMs. Thanks for your support. And I appreciate you guys a lot. Really, I do. Because I'm always here every week to ask for your support. And oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, literally, because it has been grace upon grace upon grace every single week. And every single time I come here to speak on these episodes or to just post something, I feel like I'm doing something really meaningful to myself and to most of you out there. So I appreciate your support a lot. I don't take it for granted. So if you're new here and this is your first time to see this beautiful face, welcome to Janice Sunjo's podcast. This podcast is for you. Absolutely, definitely. You're on the right channel because on this podcast, we are always talking about self-awareness, becoming the best version of yourself, self-discovery, and just elevating yourself and just becoming the best version of yourself, whatever that means to you, because everybody, their own versions is different, right? But we accept it, whatever it is, however it is, we accept it, and we pass no judgment, and we appreciate you. So if you're new to this podcast, like, share, and subscribe, and I appreciate you so much. God has sent you here. And just watch. His grace lifting you up. Just watch this space, okay? So, guys, thank you. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed. Also, with the rains we've been experiencing, I hope you're not out there disrespecting yourself, ladies. I hope you're not out there disrespecting yourself and calling those losers or calling any person who is not helping you become the best version of yourself. So, with the rains, please maintain the self-respect, maintain the self-worth, and know that it's gonna pay itself one day, one time. Just hold on to that toy. Just hold on to that rose, okay? Just hold on to that. Oh my God, it's only getting worse by the day, I know. but listen, ladies. But a storm only lasts a night, and we're going to see sunshine by the morning, and we're going to thank God, to thank ourselves. We didn't lose our self-respect because of those people that we think that we need this time. And also, apart from apart from that, apart from the self-respect, I hope you're keeping safe with the rains, baby. It has been raining like crazy and floods all over. Oh my God, it's so scary. I remember when they were launching they were telling us about the El Nino. Few months back. I think it was around January, December that time. When they were launching the boats in every county where the governors were given the boats. God, this is not a laughing matter, but it's not a laughing matter, but God forgive me, I'm laughing. Joe, it's literally happening. Those boats have gotten the what they needed. I don't know if it was Noah from the Bible who we didn't listen to that you're experiencing, but anyway. That said, I hope you're keeping safe and just taking care of yourself and taking care of your self-respect and self-worth. You know? This podcast is here to remind you that, by the way. I'm here to remind you every time about your self-worth and about your self-respect so that nobody can confuse you. No spirit of the devil can confuse you and tell you that your self-respect is not important. It is important to you. So, close your mouth, close your ears, close your eyes, and stick in your house. Okay? With your roses, if you have one. Anyway. All right, so we proceed. Today's episode. Okay, fast. I hope you watched last week's episode, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got to pick a thing or two that concerns you or whatever that you're working into. So I hope that episode was beneficial to you. And if you didn't watch last week's episode or any of our episodes, please go back and listen to those episodes. Those episodes are going to help you so much and give you more insight. I'd say that. Give you more insight about different things, and just mostly is because they're going to make you aware that all these things are relatable and we are all going through the same thing in a different way, and it's only about how you receive that particular thing. Okay, so That is mostly the insight that those these episodes are about. So yeah, we proceed to today's episode. This week's episode, I want to focus more on emotional intelligence. Ladies, here, if there are people who are not emotionally intelligent, it's ladies. I don't know why. I don't know why we like being dragged all over by our emotions. Everything we go according to our emotions. It's not a bad thing anyway. I'm not like bashing it or anything, but I'm just saying we should know how to control them and learn a thing or two from the emotions that we receive every single day. And don't and yeah, so first of all, I'll just go quick and just tell you what Google says emotional intelligence is. According to Google, emotional intelligence is the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of people around you. Because why this topic is important, because on self-awareness and becoming the best version of yourself, it's good to understand ourselves, right? Like I've said before, it's good to understand yourself first, you yourself, because if you don't understand yourself, it's going to be difficult, or it's going to be impossible, totally impossible to understand other people, because unafagia kwa wenyewe, kwa nini kama hujafagia kwako? Honestly, fagia kwako kwanza. So emotional intelligence, I feel like it's an important aspect in this self-awareness journey, so that we can be able to control ourselves, you know, because sometimes we find ourselves busting because of somebody, or being stressed, or just loading our emotions on others, you know, and that's so unhealthy, you know, and that's so unhealthy, because you might be pouring your emotions to somebody who doesn't even care, and at the end of the day, who will be suffering? Who will be in pain? Who will be feeling like a mumu? It's only you, you know. So it's better to master it's better to master emotional intelligence before you mess up. And it's not messing up, because anyway, we all mess up. It's not messing up like messing up. It's just that to avoid some things. Because let me tell you guys, if you're a pickmisha, if you're a doormat, if you're a people pleaser, let me tell you, nobody's coming to feel pity for you, or nobody's coming to tell you, oh, I'm sorry, you're a people pleaser. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a doormat. Let me wipe you. Oh, no, nobody's coming to do that for you. You have to do it yourself. Let me tell you something really funny I've learned about life. Life is a very patient teacher. A very patient teacher. Hey, it will repeat, it will repeat, it will repeat, it will repeat until you learn the lesson. So instead of waiting to be repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times, and by the 10th time you'll be 90 years and in your grave, looking at your grave, it's better to learn early, so that you avoid certain things in your life, or in whatever that you're doing, or in your field, so that it doesn't affect either your future or your present. You know, because the past, we don't talk about the past. The past is already gone and it's already forgotten. Okay, so mastering emotional intelligence is crucial in this self-awareness journey, so that you can be able not to open up to people immediately you meet them, and be an open book. Because why are you an open book? When you become an open book, that is how it becomes easy for people to manipulate you. That is how it becomes easy for people to use you. And mostly people use you according to the information that you've shared about yourself, or about whatever that you're into, or whatever that is related to you, you know. That is why mastering self-intelligence, and then emotional intelligence is like I've told you, it's very crucial in this self-awareness journey. Emotional intelligence, you find you just yap. You don't even know how to talk to people. Have you met those kind of people who are always talking like a Kanjo latrine, not even talking like cussing. Cussing is even shadow. You've seen those people who say they're it's tough love where those people, and only let me tell you, those people who lack emotional intelligence, they don't have empathy or compassion with anyone. That is why you find people talking the way they want. Saying funny things, and body shaming people all over, and talking just funny things about other people, without even feeling how those other people are going to feel about, without having empathy about the other person, you know. And that means that you lack self-awareness, and that means that you lack emotional intelligence, because how can you not think that whatever that is going to come out of your mouth is going to hurt the other person? And honestly, people out here are like that. Hey, let me tell you guys, I used to have someone I knew who used to be, even used not used to, if that person has no self-awareness whatsoever, and they lack emotional intelligence, completely lack emotional intelligence. Yani, the person we go to an event. We are at somebody's house. This was not an event, it was somebody's house. We're invited. Then we go to somebody's house, you're invited, and then this is the first time they're there, and then they're just talking. Even the host was so surprised because this is not someone that you know, and they're out there arguing with the kid of that household about the remote. People tell me how that is reasoning. You guys, you should be able to. And I told you before about yapping about the mouth having so much power. Whatever that you let out of your mouth, you should be careful, right? But when you lack emotional intelligence and you go around talking like funny things, that just shows your level of stupidity. And that's just, I don't know if it's stupidity. That just shows where people will place you. And being placed, I'm not saying that you go out here impressing people all over, but you should go out there protecting your image, protecting your reputation, because that is the only thing that you guide with your whole life, because that is the only thing that will represent you in rooms that your voice is not heard. But if you go there and lack emotional intelligence, you don't even know how to you don't even know how to talk with the bosses, or you don't even know how to talk with if you're the boss, you don't even know how to talk with your PA. You see, everybody's going to run away from you because they'll say, "Hey, this is a naturally rude person," and these are the people who say, "Hey, me, I'm a rude person," because when they open their mouth, whatever is going to come out. These are the people that you find that you find they're out there overdoing things, because they had no time to sit down and think about it or even reason about it. Even you don't even need like 20 minutes or one day to think about something. You just need to think like immediately, how is this going to affect my relationship with this person, or how is it going to affect my reputation? And I'll tell you a story, you guys. 2 years ago, I used to smoke shisha. You know shisha, the crack of Africa. So when you smoke with shisha. So I used to smoke shisha 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even remember very well. So that time, and me, I know how to control my emotions. By the way, me, I know me. You'll never find me blatting on someone. I think it's because of the challenges that I've had to endure that really forced me. And let me tell you, by the way, emotional intelligence is not bottling up emotions. It's not like bottling up, and they're inside. Actually, when you're angry, when somebody, and it's not being soft. And it's not being a pushover. No, that is not emotional intelligence. Let nobody lie to you. Emotional intelligence is to know, I accept this, I don't accept this. Emotional intelligence is to know your boundaries. Emotional intelligence is to know how your words are going to affect yourself and are going to affect other people. Emotional intelligence is having empathy. So I was telling you about this story. I was in the club smoking shisha. Let me tell you. When I went home, I got in a really, really huge fight with one of my a very close person to me. I got in a really huge fight with them, and I couldn't control my emotions. Imagine, I think that was my first time or my second time, because I can count how many times I've lost it, but that day I did. My God, you guys, you cannot imagine. And it was the shisha. Let me not say it was the shisha, it was me. It was me. Like people would drink, they usually say, Pombe Sangapi, my friend, it is you. So that was me. So me, I got into a huge fight with a very close person to me. And that person, I was with them, but them, they were not taking the shisha. I was too polite. So I was busy. You guys, let me tell you something. I was hurt after that day. I was hurt. I was hurting. I was hurting. Hey, I was hurting because I had really broken the relationship. I had broken the trust. I had broken everything, And you see, with emotional intelligence, it's good because that is what happens. When you lack emotional intelligence, you go around breaking everything, and you go around making everybody, pushing everybody away. Not making everybody, just pushing people away, because they're like, hey, you never know what comes out with them. You never know when you go to a party what will happen with them. Those are the people you find fighting in the clubs all the time, or they're always looking for trouble, or they're just troublemakers. Those kind of people who they pride themselves in making trouble, and these are big troubles, not the minor troubles. The big troubles where they are falling out with everybody. They're just ruining relationships left, right, and center with whoever. They don't even care who it is. These are the people that you find they're just weird people. Let me tell you, these are the people who are, for me, I just say they're mentally unokay. Because how are you okay and you lack empathy with your fellow person? Anyway, that time I was not a human being when I was just to cut the story short. After that, after the relationship was ended, it broke me for so long, and then things went back to being okay. Because definitely with people like that, it's hard to trust. It's hard to trust them because you don't know if they say it was stress. How will they handle that? How will they handle the next stress that is going to come? Because life is full of stress, you know. Until you do the inner work, you see, until you do the inner work and you see, okay, for me, I said, okay, you say it was the shisha, okay. Then I became sober and I was like, no, it was not the shisha, it was me, and I did because of ABCD. You see, I'm holding myself accountable. Am I really ready to mend this? Am I really ready to work on the relationship or the job or whatever it is, you know? Am I? If you are, then do it. If you're not, let it go because maybe it wasn't meant to be. But lacking emotional intelligence will put you in a lot of mess, and that is where you find people even at the office or workplaces, whatever industry that you're at or whatever that you do. People don't even relate with you. You hear people say, "Hey, huyo anakuwaga na roho mbaya, huyo mkanyage sijui nini nini." Nah, I've told you, having emotional intelligence is not being a pushover. It is not. It is not just shutting up and letting things slide. Do not let anything slide if it's hurting you, and do not let anything slide if it is out of your boundary or it is lacking respect to you. Because the moment you allow that, it's going to happen the second and the third time. You know, and when all those things happen the second and the third time, it becomes a habit eventually. And when it becomes a habit, it's going to be difficult to kill it because we know how habits are. And the moment as something becomes a habit, it's going to take some time and some energy to get rid of that. So let's really practice emotional intelligence and be more empathetic. Be more empathetic about people, and don't let your emotions control you. Don't tell me that. Don't do things because your emotions are telling you to do those things. Like I've told you, like I said at the beginning of this episode, don't start calling people or texting people just because you feel like it's cold. That is your emotion trying to control you in a way, you know. Just think about how much you've worked to get to where you are, or how much you have achieved, or what are you even. Leave alone what you have or what you've achieved. Just look at the end goal. What is the end goal? What do you want? You know? And you should know, you guys, you should really know. Men know how to control their emotions. Men know how to control their emotions. It's usually us who are a little dramatic when it comes to controlling our emotions, because you find that, and let me tell you another thing that makes saves you when you have emotional intelligence. This drama of going and putting yourself in situationships that you have no business being in. You know, when you have emotional intelligence, you control yourself, because in fact when you have emotional intelligence, you learn self-control. Because when you have self-control, you're like, ABCD. How is ABCD benefiting me? 0. How is this making me become better? 0. How is this making me elevate? 0. Then what am I doing here? You know? And that is what happens mostly. But I've seen this a lot in Nairobi. I've seen in Nairobi a lot especially with the partying culture. With the partying culture, there's so much going on there that people have no emotional intelligence whatsoever. And they blame it all on drugs. And you hear people say, like I said about the shisha story. And that is what you should know the difference. That these drugs or whatever they are blaming on, nothing. And you should tell yourself, do I respect myself enough to do that shit again? You say yes or no. If it's not worth it, it's not worth it. When I say worth it, if it's not putting money in your pocket, that's the only worth. Because what is the other thing? The only worth that's something else that you already left behind can bring back, that you can say maybe you look at it twice. It should be money. Because if it's not helping you elevate or become the best version of you, this is going to pull you back to where you left, where you really struggled to live, where you really struggled to overcome. I told you last week about this person who tried to get me back to where I used to be. Oh my god! And let me tell you, it was so close. I was almost in it. I'm telling you. And then I was like, "Ish, how is this going to benefit me?" You know, you just look at the benefit that you're going to get as a person. Don't even look Don't even look at what they are telling you. Don't even look at the information or listen to the information that they're telling you. just look at how that information is going to benefit you. If the information doesn't involve money in between, or level up, or just something to make you better, oh, please run for your life. Run for your life, says. They say it's never that serious, but it's serious. It's very serious. And don't get your emotions too mixed up. And let me tell you, people who lower your vibrations are the ones who make you feel this type of emotions everywhere. Because in a day we encounter so much emotions, especially as women. There's so much emotions. You feel sadness, happiness, anger, excitement, all those kind of things. And sometimes one of those emotions, we get caught up in one of those emotions, and it sticks for so long. Your challenge, or your target should be how to get out of that emotion, especially if it's a sad emotion, an emotion that is going to drain you. Your main concern should be how to get out of that emotion ASAP, very, very fast, because emotional intelligence is better, is bigger even than IQ. You've seen these people who have high intelligence content. They are very arrogant. You find them saying, "Hey, Sidio, I went to this. Sidio, I went to this." It's okay, you went to that, but how is that information benefiting me? These people who have IQ, a high IQ, they are very, not all, not all, but most of them are full of, are very arrogant. But when you find those people who know how to balance their IQ and their EQ, those are good humans. Those are the people that they know themselves. They know how to control themselves. Those are the people that it's very difficult to control them. It's very difficult to control how they're thinking. And those people are the people that have boundaries and self-respect. Like you people, I talked about self-respect on my TikTok. Please, if you have not listened to that video, you go and listen to it. Because if you lack self-respect, if you have no self-respect whatsoever, go for it. Go for it and learn yourself. Know what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate, and and the boundaries that you've given to people and the boundaries that you've given to yourself. And if those boundaries that you've given to you've set, how you're going to hold them that high without people tampering or wanting to break them all the time, because human beings are human beings and they are totally uncomfortable when you create boundaries. They feel like you've disowned them, or you don't like them enough, or you're just angry with them. But let them think what they want to think, because at the end of the day, you're just protecting your sanity, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting everything about you. And that is the point, because this podcast is all about you as a person, your elevation, you're becoming better, your growth. And those people who don't like boundaries, they're the same people who are who lack emotional intelligence. They're the people who lack empathy. They're the people who you find just saying whatever that comes to their mind about other people. Uko na macho chongo. Goodness, are you insane? Mtu atoe macho zake ama afanye nini? Those kind of people. Like the people used to tell me I have muscular people. You guys, everybody will listen because you guys watch my podcast. Were you insane? You wanted me to cut off my ears? Ama you wanted me to do what? Those are the kind of things I'm telling you about. So you have to check out for them. And you should know these people. They are not comfortable with you. They're seeing a threat within you, and you should be like, hey, damn, please. If you feel like that, walk, or run. Run. Don't even be afraid to be left one man standing. If you're one man standing, you have so many other people who want to join that place, that league. Emotional intelligent people, they don't know how to people please everywhere. Because this one is gossiping about the other person, and you're just there entertaining them. Emotional intelligence people don't do that, because they know how the other person will feel, because they have empathy. You know how the other person is going to feel when they find out you as their friends are busy gossiping them or just talking ill about them behind their backs. Are you even you guys? Work on your emotional intelligence and be a human being. Be a decent human being. Stop being these people who like always seeing the negative. Because in fact, those people who lack emotional intelligence, they're the first people who are biggest complainers, because they never see anything good about anything. They would matter in the office, you're never doing this. This is always wrong. And about every department. And about to kila department and correct. But I feel like asking them, so kufanya kazi ya kila mtu basi. You find people who are very mpaka you wonder, huyu ndio afike kukua mdosi, alifikaje huko? But anyway, we have no right to ask those kind of questions anyway, because whatever you do, you. But master self emotional intelligence and self-control, ladies, for your own sanity and for your own self-respect. For your own self-respect. And let me tell you, one thing I came to realize, actually, you see the Shira Sevens, the sprinkle lady. This lady literally tells us everything that concerns our daily lives. Like, man, actually, you guys, this lady is. Sometimes you should listen to her videos if you don't listen to her videos, because you'll be like, I experienced this today, I experienced this today, I experienced this today. And you'll learn how to live with people and just to know people without even getting close to them. But that's another bonus about learning emotional intelligence. You can just look at people and you're like, okay, and you already know what is going to come out of their mouth, and you already know because you're. And this the good thing about that is you'll know how to protect your energy. So when you know, hey, this one is like ABCD, you don't want to be associated with them. You don't want to go close to them. You don't want to go. You don't want even. If somebody tells you if you know that person, you say, no, I don't. That is the best thing about emotional intelligence. You ladies. So let's master emotional intelligence and let me tell you, people out here, it's very difficult for you to know a person who is not emotionally intelligent until they open their mouths. Until they open their mouths. And the good thing about opening your mouth, you can be opening your mouth and smiling from ear to ear, or laughing or talking however you want. But the good thing about opening your mouth is that you'll open, we'll see whatever you want us to see, but a crippled heart and a crippled inside is very visible. You can't hide that. Because the moment somebody opens their mouth, hey, this person, a crippled human being, when they open their mouth, it's very easy to know them. They're the first people who bully. They're the first people who want to bring you down. Men and women. Men and women. This one is not even biased. This one is for both. Because there are men who you even want to ask them, are you really a man? But anyway, I've come to learn that men are more broken than we are. It's only that they know how to hide it better. Men are hateful. Men are jealous. Men are so many things. But anyway, this episode today was about ladies. So please, don't let us know you're crippled inside because of the things that come out of your mouth. Always speak of the abundance. If you're expecting abundance, speak about abundance. Stop speaking like a crippled. I was saying that crippled are big bad people because they are human beings anyway, and God created all of us. But it's better to be crippled on the physical than to be crippled in the soul and the heart. Anyway, so let's learn about emotional intelligence. Let's be focused and let's embrace it, and let's try to have self-control about every aspect. Nothing you're leaving behind, and especially about yourself, your self-awareness, your direction, your growth, your goals, your targets, whatever that you want to achieve. Anyway, like I said, we have different paths in life, and maybe some paths want a tough person, a person who's just I don't even know how to explain, a person who is just hard-faced, But I pray to God that you get out of that and you get into your softness and your femininity, because that is not your portion, baby girl. That is not your portion. No. So, in today's episode, I was talking about emotional intelligence and self-control, and that is all about it. And please learn about controlling your emotions and maintaining them. But maintaining them doesn't mean that you don't speak about them when they matter. Maintaining them means that you speak with confidence. You speak with confidence about what is bothering you and what you don't like and your dislikes, and don't you speak with a lot of confidence and don't let people bring you down. That is emotional, but not arguing with them. And that is not emotional intelligence, no. But getting just to know your boundaries better and how you set them and just how to relate with other people, plus with empathy, not to relate with other people like a beast, No, not like that. So that was all on today's episode, and I feel like I'm glowing tonight. How do you guys see? I feel like I'm so glowing, and I'm so glowing. Yeah, and this is all my work. Imagine, this is all my work. Every time you guys tell me, this is Jesus. Honestly, this is Jesus. This is his grace. Imagine, you remember, I was talking to somebody the other day and they were telling me, hey, babe, actually, these days you look so nice. And I'm like, why was I not looking nice, Kitambo? I was looking nice from Kitambo. It's only that time I didn't know how to maintain myself. But now I'm a grown girl and I'm all about self-awareness, you know? And becoming the best version of yourself. And this is what it is. And please accept change. Accept change. There are people who hate changes. Hey, there are people who hate changes, and that they like dragging other people behind with their hate of changes, and they're the pessimists. These people who like asking you, Sasa, will you be able to? Utatoboa? Are you sure? Oh, yo. If you don't like change, you stay stagnant at where you are, or go back to your home village and stop disturbing people who want to change. And if you if you accept change, you guys, and that's all. I thank you guys for listening, and thank you for being here. I love you so much, guys. And I'll see you next week. And please like, share, and subscribe. Share this episode. Share this episode with everybody. I really need your support, guys. I really need your support. Share it with your sisters, your cousins, your moms, your friends, your besties. Literally everybody. Your girlfriends. Yeah, if you're a man here, share this with your girlfriends. Okay, I love you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Stay soft. Master emotional intelligence and self-control. It saves you a whole lot of shit. It's going to save you a whole lot of shit. A shitload. It's gonna save you all that shitload. I love you guys so much. See you next week. Bye bye.